Shabbat Shalom. It's my least favorite thing to do ever, so. Those of you who know me know that going on this trip was stepping way out of my comfort zone. With the anxiety I have about everything in life, stepping onto an airplane to travel around the world to a war zone away from my family, my husband and kids is something I never imagined I would or could do. Looking back, it's an experience I can't imagine doing without. You've heard or will hear tonight many stories about what we did while we were there. I am here tonight not to focus on what we did, but rather how it felt to be there. Prior to this trip, I had been to Israel once for a vacation. I remember parts of memories from that trip 20 years ago, but my connection to Israel has always been a distant one. Israel was a place to learn about and maybe visit once, because every Jewish person should visit once in their lifetime. My connection to Israel was not personal. The Israeli people were always a they, not a we. Looking back, I realized that the fact that I was by far the youngest person on this trip probably means that many people my age share that distant connection. My generation did not live through the Holocaust. My parents did not live through the Holocaust. Israel to me was a nice place for a Jew to visit, not an essential state for the Jews to have. October 7th changed that for me. This trip changed that for me. Being with 4 other familiar faces from Shir Me, one being one of my closest friends, gave me some solace walking onto the plane. I was trying to mentally prepare myself for how I would feel and what I would possibly see. Again, those that know me know that I'm no stranger when it comes to flying. It's just that normally when my plane lands, it's in Disney World. This time, though, the feeling I had stepping off the plane and the feeling that stayed with me through every single second of every single day, that was truly magical. And although there were long days digging in dirt, climbing trees, and many times hearing and seeing very emotional things, every day sitting on that bus, getting to the next task, I felt the magic growing. There was no doubt that this was an experience that would stay with me forever. From picking weeds on a farm, packing boxes for wounded soldiers, visiting a hospital, dancing and singing with young soldiers, having the chance to play with disabled children who they did not have enough staff to normally take outside, going to Hostage Square, and the list goes on. My heart felt happy. Not only was I standing where I felt I was meant to be, I was surrounded by some of the most incredible people, all there for the exact same reason, to help, to love. And together as a group, we created a bond, one that can never be taken, one that I will always hold so close to my heart. I wasn't really sure what I was hoping to get going into this, but this was more than I could have ever hoped for. When Brett and I spoke about going, I would go back and forth. And one day I remember calling and saying, I want to do it, no more thinking. And I can say that taking part in this mission to help others, to help rebuild back so that refugees feel comfortable returning home, watching children play outside, made this decision to go so worth every fear and tear in my body. I encourage everyone who is able to consider experiencing the same feeling, to step outside your comfort and to really take part in putting things back together after such a tragic event. I will continue to communicate with the friends we made on the trip. I will always feel bonded to the Shir Me group we went with, and I will always remember, replay, and lose myself in complete thought, and always feel proud that I gained an experience that will travel within my body for the rest of my life. I said to Ben while I was there, and then again returning home, you're definitely going. It's a gift to feel the way I feel and the way I felt. And over the past week, I've been very grateful to talk to Brett regularly to process our experiences, since it really is one of those things where you really need to be there to understand the emotional impact it has on your heart. I hope tonight, hearing stories, the people we met, the families we helped, that it will inspire others to go, to feel what we felt, and to always take so much pride in stepping outside your own comfort zone. There is no doubt that this trip has strengthened my bond with Israel and brought the Jewish homeland closer to my heart, and the people of Israel, who had always been them, will now forever be us.